Gordonston is the Scottish public school near Lossiemouth, Hopeman, Burghead in the north east. Public schools are actually private schools, not open to the public, and you have to pay a fee, a handsome fee, for your child to attend there. And in 2008, that fee was £20,000 a year. I know this because I was there with a couple of friends, and they were just about to enrol their daughter into the school in 2008. In the very late 80s, almost up to 1990, or thereabouts in time, I was sitting in a cafe in Hopeman. It wasn't a fancy cafe, just formica tables, very simple, nondescript, very small village Hopeman, and just a handful of people in the cafe, not many. And I noticed a guy sitting back in the corner with a woman, and he looked like he had some type of barber jacket on, and he was the sort of person you wouldn't really notice. He seemed to be slightly built, and but he didn't look like he came from those parts. He looked different from other people, but nothing particularly distinctive about him. And then he quietly and gently got up from the table with his partner, left a 50p tip on the table, then paid for his coffee. And as he passed me and stood up to pay the bill, I knew his face was familiar, and I thought, that's why. It was David Bowie. And off duty, he was some guy who you would not even look twice at, and he was slightly built and not particularly tall. I think if he went into a bar, I don't think he would get noticed, and people might have even had a problem getting served. And I thought, what is he doing here? The man himself. And I realised it was because his son was at Gordonston at that time. And Gordonston was set up by the school itself was set up by a German educationalist, Kurt Hahn. And this guy Kurt Hahn instigated a rigorous routine of morning runs and cold showers, and eventually he actually devised the Duke of Edinburgh award scheme. So the school got royal approval, and Charlie Boy, Andrew and Edward all attended there. And it's known that Charlie wasn't very happy at all when he was there. And much later on, in 2008, I became friends with a couple of people, Andrew and Susan, and a couple of other people as well, another family, and they came from down south Surrey, and this man Andrew was very self-important, and his salary for his accountancy job, he worked for a firm in London, was twice that of the Prime Minister. So at the time, the Prime Minister was getting paid about 160,000. This man Andrew was getting paid twice that, 350,000, 350, okay, and he was very self-important, and they came up to live in Scotland, and they were going to put the children into school, but they thought their daughter would be surrounded by Scottish thugs. So in order to try and protect her, they decided that they would put her into Gordonstoun, which was £20,000 a year for the fee. So I went out there with them and the daughter, and the rector said, "Welcome to Gordonstoun." That was the invite. When he says that, it means you're accepted, after going through the CVs and all sorts. Basically making sure you can afford them, 20k a year. But what happened was, the daughter did not wish to attend. She ended up going to the local comprehensive school, which I thought was a great move for her. That completely normalised her, because they wanted to mollycoddle her. And Andrew was a guy who had achieved one of the highest ranks in accountancy. He'd done the deal for some sort of merger, global merger with the Hong Kong and Shanghai bank. It merged with some other bank, and it forming the HSBC, but he did the deal for that, and he was very arrogant, uncompromising. And later, I fell out with this guy, big style, and he hired people to chase me. So for quite a few years I was getting chased, car chases in the middle of the night, as I was driving about, and people would appear and chase me, and we'd be screaming down all these back roads. And that's when I got the big Vectra car, 3 litre. I got another one after the black one. This one I got an executive metallic blue one, which was even had a bigger engine, and that was to run away from these other people who were always chasing me around during the night. And so what happened was, there was a big dispute between me and him, and the family started to form factions, and I've joined one faction, and some people joined his faction, and there was a big legal dispute over property and the children's welfare and all that sort of thing. That was all happening around about 2008, 2009. So that's a little bit of a backstory there.